get this thing going, if that's all right. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. Thank you. This is my first time doing this whole host thing, so hopefully I don't mess it up. First of all, thank you for supporting live music. It's kind of a thing that's dying a little bit, so give yourselves a round of applause for coming out and supporting live music. We need it. We will be doing more of these, hopefully, if this goes well. We're bringing more people from the Niagara region and trying to promote local music. That's a very important thing. First of all, we want to thank our sponsors, John Franco at Lupo's, Nick Lalich at 8600.ca, Jim Davey at Crawford Smith and Swallow across the street, and Danima Creative Group for the social media and print materials, along with TAPS for hosting this. So thank you to our sponsors and TAPS for making it happen. Number one, very important, before we do anything, we'd like to dedicate this show to the late, great Rick Rose, whose influence on, absolutely. Whose influence on Niagara Falls music community, especially songwriters, is still very felt today, as is represented by Rick Rose way across the street. So this one's for Rick Rose, and all the ones we do is very, very supportive of songwriters. So we're going to dedicate this one to him. So one thing I want to ask, and not being an ass way, is these are songwriters who have spent a lot of time writing songs, and they're going to be telling stories about their songs. So if we can get as much quiet as possible throughout the show, we're going to try and do our best for you. And to give us some silence and quiet, we're going to give you our best, you give us our best, and hopefully that'll do. So let's have a great night. I appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you. I said that nicely, didn't I? I've been listening to a lot of scripts and Devil and Best.
Say it the way Bruce does.
Yes. All right, let's introduce who we got with us. Our first artist is a 3-time nominated songwriter. She's been releasing music for the past 10 years. Her latest single came out about a week ago now, June 19th. It's called Secret. Her first official release, 17, hit #1 on many indie charts, including internationally. Her song, The Dig, I like this part, that's why I threw it in, was produced by Shannon MacArthur, who produced Dashboard Professional and Adam Dirk's Accounting Crows. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Samantha Ave. Our second artist is known by many as Gravely James. He's a singer-songwriter, guitarist, and a wild child from Hamilton, raised in Port Colborne, where he also opened up for the Glorious Sons 2 summers ago at Canal Days. His band Gravely is a blues roots band from Port Colborne, and they've experienced a massive ascent in 2023, firmly establishing themselves, of course, in the music scene. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chris Madron. And last but not least, in this corner, a songwriter who believes there is a universal stream of consciousness where songs live, that's available for her to tap into at any moment. She has many talents, such as songwriting, mixing. She actually became the sound person for us tonight, which we really needed. And vocals, etc., that have been featured in much of the music created in the region, and her songs are perfect for a night like this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Amanda Lyn Parker. We're going to have a good night, all right? Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. We're going to start with Amanda. She's thrilled about that.
I'm used to it because my name starts with A. This is an alphabetical thing that happens to me. I'm going to start off with a song called The Longest Day of the Year. We'll talk about it after I play it. I am going to check that I'm in tune though, because the humidity has been crazy.
Dad wants to go fishing and Mom just wants to play.
too. So that song was not about my family camping. I just wanted to throw that out there. We were camping last year, and it was literally just the longest day of the year. And my friend said, "Oh, it's the longest day of the year," and I was like, "That's a good name for a song." So I wrote that down in my phone. And then right after that, this family pulls up and checks into the campsite beside us. And the father was genuinely screaming at his kids, like just saying the absolute worst things that you've ever heard. Pretty much everyone reported him to the Rangers because he was just the worst person. And like my friends just kept saying stuff like, "Oh, I hope he gets eaten by a bear. I hope that disappears." So I was like, I'm gonna put that all in there. And so I wrote that song right when I got home, and I sent it to our camping group. And I was like, "Hey guys, I wrote this song about that family we saw." They were like, "That's actually pretty good." So I was like, "Okay, I'll start playing it." And that's the story of the longest day of the year. I hope those kids are okay.
Amanda, are you into fishing? Did you have a little blurb about fishing in there?
I did have a blurb about fishing.
Do you like fishing?
I don't like fishing, no.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna play a song about fishing.
I want to go
aren't you?
fishing with you. Hi guys, how's it going? Amanda, how's it going? I've been having a week with cars, actually. I don't know if you guys have experienced that at all, but I've decided to save my old beater once again, you know? And I just decided she's still got a soul left to her and everything, and so I put some time into her. You may not think that's relevant to the song I'm going to play, but this is a song about one of the loves of my life. Subaru hatchback 2004. It's the most luxurious car that I can afford. So please don't mind the McDonald's bags on the floor. Not if you close your eyes, baby, we can pretend. We got ourselves a rocket ship, Bugatti, unicorn, Ferrari. Well, Mercedes-Benz, but we're in my Subaru hatchback. Oh, Subaru hatchback. Oh, yeah. Pull up to your house, open the passenger door. I got a lot of precious cargo in the back, but there's room for one more. Yeah. Now we can take it fast, so darling, we could take it slow. Cause when I'm with the girl, I've got no particular place to go. In my Subaru hatchback 2004. It's the most luxurious car that I can afford. So please don't mind the McDonald's bags on the floor. Please don't mind the ketchup stain smeared on the door. Please don't mind the cigarette odor. Cause darling, if you close your eyes, baby, we can pretend. We got ourselves a rocket ship, Bugatti, unicorn, Ferrari, or Mercedes-Benz, we're in our Subaru hatchback. Whoa, yeah. Subaru hatchback. Whoa, yeah. Well, it drives real smooth if you're driving under 100 kilometers per hour. Drives real smooth if you're driving under 80 kilometers per hour. Drives real smooth if you're driving under 20 kilometers per hour. Sorry. But it doesn't matter where we are when we're in my car, yeah. It doesn't matter where we are when we're still in park. In my Subaru hatchback. Thank you.
I got the worst luck with cars, like you have no idea. Oh, maybe
I think
bought a
anyone
lemon.
has luck with cars these days. It's just a losing game.
I bought a lemon. It's the first time in my life I ever did that, and it's been a nightmare. And it looks like a lemon. It's a little yellow Fiesta.
Oh, those are great though.
Oh my god, it better be. I put a lot of freaking money into this car because I have no choice. All right. I'm gonna change the tune a little bit. Sorry, guys. So this is a song called Remedy. I wrote this a while back, but I love to play this. It warms me up. To be honest, I'm pretty sure I wrote this when I was ending my marriage. So, you know, shit happens. And then things get better. It's 10,000 miles between you and I. We still know our home is, so don't you lie to me. I try to quickly drive time after time, maybe stone cold. And you know how the story goes. It may have here to get me through these nights, or maybe just need to play this hard and try to start fresh, man. This after countless attempts, no matter what I do. Baby, I'm with you. I'm 2 feet deep in this old cloud tub, both soaking, drinking and smoking. I'm blues away. 45 run laps on a track, by an open fire, sparking my desire for you. Yeah, wait a minute. Give me your energy to get me through these nights, or maybe just need to bleed this hard and I'll try. Start freshening this after countless attempts, no matter what I do. Baby, I'm with you. And I've been talking about you walking me out laying low. I don't even know the house stay. I'm just waiting on the remedy. Give me your energy to get me through these nights, or maybe just need to bleed this heart and try. Baby, I'm with you.
Thank you. And I'm very much happily unmarried. Thank you, guys.
Unlike Amanda, I'm not going to check if I'm into. I was going to hope. That sounds alright, right? That's what this whole thing's about.
Sounds great.
Yeah, so thank you guys for coming out. I didn't say it, but I'm Evan Rotella, but I figure you'll figure it out at some point. And if you know me, I'm a big Bob Dylan fan, and I went to see the Dylan movie 2 times, and I just watched it last night again for the 8th time. And it came to me in a pretty good musical crisis. They just put out an album called Last Train Home, just put it out in December, and it was an all-acoustic album. I'm very proud of it, I still am. But was also getting a little scared about putting yourself in that acoustic folk room, and I know Bob Dylan, but he got out of it pretty well, so it started to kind of get to me. And the next day we went out with my buddy Dave Rave, who was playing. Everyone loves Dave Rave. I love Dave Rave. He's the best. And we went to see him at the Regency, and we were talking Bob Dylan. And he texted me the next day, and he goes, "I'm reading Bob Dylan's book, and you kind of remind me of him sometimes." And I didn't like that at all, because that's a scary thing. And he told him never to say that again. I like it, I love it, but I was like, never tell me that ever again. And we went to see him at the Regency, and I wrote this at the table. And, it's a scary world out there. It's kind of messed up, and it's getting weirder every day. And you can just look outside, you can see it's getting a little gray and a little dark. So I've been opening up a lot of sets for this lately. I wrote this a couple months ago. Just started playing it. It's called King of the World. Oh, King of the world, wherever you lay, on top of your throne on some cloudy day, you push all your buttons and make the world turn, and don't even care if you watch it all burn. Oh, King of the world, your words carry still, you dispatch your armies and make your own rules. It don't really matter whose side is who. There's everyone else and then there's you. But someday your wind's gonna blow and tear your city down. I don't have the answers to questions you claim, but something's gotta change. And I don't know why, and I never will. They seem to carry the weight of the world, boys and the minds, the young boys and the girls. Our king of the world, where our value see, the buildings burn down and is washed to the sea. Civilization begs you for help. You sit on the throne, you've been longing to sell. But someday your wind's gonna blow and tear your city down. And I don't have the answers to questions you claim, but something's gotta change. You work for the people, now in power and greed. They sing a revolution, they speak in their tongues. It's one for the millions, now one for one. But someday your wind's gonna blow and tear your city down. I don't have the answers to questions you claim, but someday The questions who claim that something gotta change, something's gotta change, something's gotta change. Now back to Amanda.
That was a nice one. I liked that.
I like it too.
What a talented guy. He plays his guitar backwards, though. What's up with that?
He's not talented.
Messes things up. That's why I'm on this side, so I don't bump into each other.
All right, I'm gonna play you guys a song I wrote about petunias. I read an article that was called "The Problem with Petunias," and I was like, I'm gonna steal the name of this article and write a song about it. The lady was just complaining about petunias. She's like, you can't have petunias in hanging baskets because the stems grow really long and then they look really ugly. And I was like, true, okay. And then I decided, you know what, that reminds me of like when you're trying to get close to somebody and they just like won't let you. You ever have someone who like you get along with them super well and you're like, yeah, let's hang out. And they're like, yeah, let's hang out. And you're like, and then they just never do. They always are busy, they push you away, they've got those walls up. So they're a petunia. So this is the problem with petunias.
Very nice. What color is a petunia? I can't even...
Don't ask me questions like that.
Okay.
No idea.
It wasn't a test. I'm just genuinely curious. I just can't picture what a petunia looks like.
It sounds like I know
Oh,
a lot
okay,
about
okay.
petunias, but genuinely I've only just, when I wanted to write nature songs, I looked up petunias. I looked up facts about petunias.
Nice.
And I put as many facts about petunias into my song as I could. And just used them to make the metaphors.
Nice.
If you add more truths, your song is better.
That's
then you don't,
crafty.
have
Yes.
to, you don't have to think extra hard.
That's
throw
crafty, I
throw
like
a
that.
fact in there, and people are like, that sounds so true.
You should
It
just
is.
put false facts in the
I can't
tune.
do that to people. I can't lie to you.
I would believe you. I've been thinking about the next song to play. This song is a little more lackadaisical, but yeah, I'm just gonna play it anyway. I really want to play it. I want to play it. It's a selfish endeavor. I want to play this song. This song I basically wrote as a bit of a character piece about this guy from Port Colborne. He was considered the town drunk in town. His name was Jimmy Revere. He's kind of a Port Colborne legend. And growing up, he'd be everywhere, and he'd be this drunken guy. And deep down, I feel like he had a bit of a heart to him. You know, he was a very nice guy. But he'd do things like he'd go to restaurants and he'd tap on tabletops and play drums on stuff. And there's legends about him being a good boxer back in the day and being a drummer for a whole bunch of different bands. And he had no teeth on his lower jaw, and he'd be able to bring his lips right over his nose. And everywhere he'd go, he'd put on a show, you know? Anyway, I think as a Port Colborner, I felt like I wanted to write a song about this guy. So, anyway, this is called The Ballad of Jimmy Revere. I'm gonna tune a little bit for this, because I like you guys.
See? Nice guys. I don't really care. I'm not going to tune. These people are very nice.
I usually don't.
So
Very nice.
I usually don't, but
nobody wants a sour guitar.
The weather has been detuning my guitar for the last few days, so I have to keep checking.
I'm usually that way. I usually don't care, but this is going to be a nice ballad, you know.
A little
and it's
treat
just,
for us.
You know, a little tune, and so we don't want it to be too rock and roll. You know, we don't want that. I'll play some rock and roll later, but not right now. All right. That'll do. Say that Jimmy was a boxer way back when. They say he used to play the drums. Say he lost his mind to pills and drinking. Became the town drunk. They'd be cruel living in a small town. People know your name, but there's nowhere to hide your pain. Singing, it can be cruel living in a small town where you don't know what you've done, but there's nowhere to hide or run. It can be cruel. It can be cruel. Drinking in a small town. He played jester at the local restaurants, pulled his bottom lip over his nose. He played his favorite tune called Tapping Countertops, and then was asked to go. They could be cruel living in a small town where people know your name, but there's nowhere to hide your fame. Singing, they could be cruel living in a small town where they don't know what you've done, but there's nowhere to hide or run. They could be cruel. They can be cruel, living, drifting, drinking in a small town. Where'd you go, Jimmy? Did you find a place to lay your head low? Where'd you go, Jimmy? Did you find a place to play your last show? They can be cruel living in a small town. They can be cruel. Don't you know it can be cruel? Living, drinking, drifting in a small town.
That had like James Taylor vibes. Am I right? James Taylor.
Hey, James Taylor, I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with that. Sorry, I do need a second too, so give me a second. Wasn't that awesome?
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. Anytime. I've had the honor to kind of like rise up with Chris over here. We've been kind of like cruising the road at the same time, and it's funny because I remember us playing at Vegan Hippie Chick, near Mandy's restaurant, when we would get up with just our guitars and rock the shit out of that place. And people would say we'd close the doors and we'd all party for hours playing music, and we were really like, we did not have anything going on besides that.
Shout out to the vegan hippie chick, by the way.
Yes. Big shout out
The old
there.
space for musicians and everything.
Beautiful soul. She gave us, like, even during COVID, she still had us getting paid and playing, even though we were in front of computer screens. We were the only place in I don't know how many cities that we're still getting to share our music. So thank you, Mandy and Paul. Oh my God, yeah. But yeah, it's been really cool because like we're kind of doing our thing and it's pretty neat. It's been a fun ride. So. I'm thankful for the time I did spend living here in Niagara because it was a very important time for me, for my music. I met some pretty cool people here too, so. This song, not to be mushy, but I'm gonna be mushy. So I wrote this song, gosh, it was a while ago, but I wrote it and it was about like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a really stubborn little soul, and to ask for help or ask for mercy, I think all of us have asked for mercy at some point in our lives. I'm gonna relate mine to like childbirth, like for the love of God, get it over with already. God give me mercy. But no, everybody's been there. And my dad, this was the last song I got to share with my dad before he passed. And I was like, Dad, I wrote this song, you gotta hear it. And I remember he passed away of cancer, it'll be July 14th, 4 years. And he listened to this song at a picnic table at me and was just like, Sammy, what the hell? I'm like, I know, Dad, this is a really killer song. He was so proud of me. So the night he passed away in our kitchen, I sang, this was the last song I ever sang to my dad. So, and I swear my dad was at Mercy's door because he was sick and he just wanted to go. So we've all been there. I don't care who you are. You've all asked for mercy at some point. So this is Mercy and Me.
Sweet Mother Mercy, can you see me? The soles of my feet and my hands are tired from this uphill line. When will I get this damn thing right? Sure, I'm living someone's dreaming, sure it's mine. Mother Mercy, won't you lend a hand to me? Dug my heels in until they bled, never gave up on his chance. Can you hear me now? You and I never saw eye to eye. When you push, I pull. I was a stupid girl, yeah. Italian dress, I had a mess. Won't you please forgive the rest of me? Won't you please forgive me now? Mother Mercy, won't you lend a hand to me? Dug my heels in until they bled, never gave on his chance. Can you hear me now? Drug around this dead horse, bit my tongue off course. I had it coming out, the taste of my own blood, testing what I'm made of. In life something, yeah. In life something. Can you feel it? My heart beating again and again and again and again and again and again. I wanna feel something, and again and again and again and again. Sweet Mother Mercy, can you see me now?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, we're gonna make a little set list change. I guess it kind of follows the same theme. This is a song I wrote. I just put on an album called Ashtray Home. I'm gonna mention that like 4 or 5 more times. Just, why not? You gotta push yourself. That's what I've been told. Of course, I don't like doing it, but I have to. I just put on an album called Ashtray Home. That's your second time, and it's an acoustic folk record. And
It's really good.
yeah. Well, thank you. We're trying to push it.
I liked it a lot.
I tipped everyone $10 to like push it out at some point tonight.
It's not true. We just like it.
And it's a folk album, and one of my favorite Springsteen records is called Devils and Dust, and it was when he went kind of acoustic and did a whole acoustic tour. And I just get like a little clap for Devils and Does. There's someone out there who knows Devils and Does. I heard someone clap, I never heard anyone clap when I mentioned Devils and Does. And it was just a bunch of songs that I tried to write from kind of a darker perspective. In the first record, I wrote a lot of stories, and from this album, I've always said that there's like a life experience out there, and it's really fun if you don't bash it every day. If you look around, you watch everyone do things, it's kind of a really fun thing to do. And this was the one character story I kind of put on the record. When my grandfather died, I didn't really write too much about it. I tried my best, and it's been about like five years now, and I tried right after, and I couldn't really write it. But we used to go to this diner. It's called Andy's Delight, and I'm sure it was nothing too special. And I used to think the soup was like the greatest soup ever, but it was probably store bought, and you just put crab roots in it like you did at home. And I used to think it was great, but I think it was the people who were in there that made it great. We used to go to church on Sundays, and the family would go after, and the family friends, and you look around the tables, and now you see kind of ghosts, people that sat there before, not this spooky kind of ghosts, the ghosts that you still remember standing there. And this was not in the original set list, but this was for Mr. Sign Shifter, who likes songs, so this is called Andy's Delight. Well, they boarded up the windows, they locked all the doors, and the people that were in there don't come around anymore. Kids still run by, the cars still ride down the street. They turn the lights on, it was all news to me. So, where are you now? I didn't know that you were leaving town. The Andy's Delight will always feel like home. Every fist fight, whenever I feel alone. So, turn your lights back on, I'm coming on strong. It won't be long till I'm gone. Andy's Delight will always feel like home. Yeah, sitting in the window, watching people down the street, watching families all rolling, looking for something. I still see you sitting there. Sometimes I swear it's just been days. I'll never pass out some down. I hear smiling away. So, where are you now? I didn't know that you were moving now. Andy's Delight will always feel like home. Every fist fight, whenever I feel alone. So, turn your lights back on, I'm coming on strong. It won't be long till I'm gone. Andy's Delight will always feel like home. I wish you could have been there. It helped me say goodbye. I've always had this problem, I can't see the crowd. But I cried the day you left, and I cried a few since then. place was never really that special until you walked in. So where are you now? I know that you were leaving town, but Indy's alright. We'll always feel at home. On them cold as 7 nights makes me feel like I'm not alone. Even though it may feel that way, the skies are dark and gray. Bow my head to pray, I hear you say, Indy's alive. We'll always feel at home. So I'll see you when I get back home. Ooh, I'm fine. Ooh, I'm fine. Thank you. Back to your man.
Evan, is it your birthday tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow is.
How old are you going to be?
I'm turning 21 tomorrow.
So I think it's time that we do like a group song, and this one is called Happy Birthday.
Did you write it?
You know what? I will say Happy Birthday is
It's a
the
new
song
one?
that every songwriter wishes they wrote.
Right?
That's what the goal is every time. You want to write something that has like a day that you're supposed to sing it all the time. Happy birthday. So we're going to sing Happy Birthday to Evan. I think it's important. Here we go.
Sounds like a great idea.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Evan. Happy birthday to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Let's go to Tennessee.
It's my favorite thing too when you have these moments before your songs where you're like, yeah, for a little while I wasn't writing anything, and you're like 21 years old. I remember writing my first good song when I was like 19, and I think you were working on your second album at that time or something. That's okay. I'm old.
Yeah, don't ask me when my songs got good.
I'm gonna play you guys a song I wrote about a tomato now.